Hello and a very good afternoon, good evening. Welcome along to Crafters TV. It is a Tuesday. It is a launch party in the middle of our Crafters TV second anniversary. We are so super excited about this. Remember, you might not have joined us during the event. We are giving away up to £250,000 worth of free goodies within the bundles that we're showing you during this event. During this show alone, up to £9,500 worth of free goodies could be going in those bundles. Not only that, if you are within Club Inspire, which we know about 99% of you are, you're going to be getting double points on all of your purchases. And alongside that, if you do shop with us over the course of this event, if you spend £50 or $50, you'll get a free notebook thrown in to your basket. What we're saying about this though is that we are down to the low end of stock as far as that notebook is concerned. So if you want to grab it, get that £50 spent. This is only applicable to you whilst stocks last. If you're spending over £100 or $100, it is the brilliant tumbler for cooled liquids only, which we're going to be popping into your basket for free. If you spend $150 or £150 or over, you will get both. But again, while stocks last, on those, once that notebook is gone, it is gone. And on top of all of that, before we get started with the excitement that is launch party, we are giving away bundles of crafty joy in all of these shows too. And all you have to do to stand the chance of winning one is comment during this show, get in touch on Facebook, get in touch on YouTube, ask a question, say hello, and this is the bundle that we're going to be giving to somebody at the end of the show. Whoa, if you love your foil press goodies, you are going to love that collection worth almost £150, over $185. Say hello, throw a question our way, and it could be you winning that bundle. Now, over the course of this show, we are very excited because we have got the Crafters Inspiration New Look magazine. We've also got a sneaky preview for you coming up a little bit later on, but I think we are all super duper excited about the fact that we have got the world launch, the official world launch of the Crafters TV Advent Calendar 2021. Here are all the details that you need. It's a half price deal, even though we're only launching it just today. Brand new, half price. A huge amount of the stock has already gone. Before I tell you more about that, let us go over to the other side of the studio and say hello. Sorry, I'm so excited. I've got so many messages. No, hang on. I've got so many messages to get across. You have to... What?
Hi.
I was just about to get to that. I was about to do the big build-up.
It's coming to the end of the show already and you've not even introduced me.
No, but I've got to do all the, make sure you say this, make sure you say that, make sure you do this. I was going to
Don't blame Johnny.
I was going to do you a big build-up and everything. It's Craig.
Hi! Rightio, here we go. This is Launch Party. It is a phenomenal one, as Ben's already just told you in that very long intro there, that we're actually getting to the end of the show already. Got the calendar, got the magazine, and the giveaway as well is very apt for, my first demonstration, which is our big Create a Card Die collection. Now, we're going to be using the foil press with that, but before we get into the first demo, let's show you a few finished samples as to what you can be doing from some of the products on today's show. Could be projects that you're doing. The big scene Create a Cards. You've got these huge ones. Now, these are so elegant. You've got lots of designs. But then we've got stencils on the show as well. Christmas layerable stencils. But then what we've also got is our brand new global magazine that allow you to make lots and lots of different projects that over the next 2 hours, or what's remaining of this 2 hours, because Ben took that very long intro, we will be showing you as much as we can when it comes to, everything launch party.
We are all very excited to have you here with us. Already joining us on the show, Katie's in from Southern California, Cynthia's in from Pennsylvania, yay, Sandra Jensen is in, Georgianne Curley is in, way, Daisy Rivera's in from California, Sabrina's in from Texas, Merlin's in from San Diego, Mitzi's in from Fredericksburg, Virginia, Maureen says on Facebook, this looks like it will be an amazing show. Loads of you already telling me that you've ordered the Advent Calendar. Let me know if you already ordered it. Are you going to be buying it during this show? I have no doubt you will. The calendar, we had a sneaky peek on Wake Up Call earlier on this morning. We also previewed it briefly during the craft along. Let me just tell you, a third of the stock of the advent calendar has gone. It only officially launched 6 minutes ago. Loads of you have shopped early for this, and I am not surprised. It's the biggest one we've done. I think it's the bestest one we've done. That's not even a word. But the point is here, you're going to get dies, stamps, stencils. Oh, there's all sorts in them. We'll chat more about it a little bit later on. But it is the must-have item of today, indeed of this week. Get it now. Full price, you can see £80, $90. You're getting it for half price, less another 20% if you're platinum, £31.99 or $35.99, and double points as well. We will chat more about this later, and Craig will give you a bit more of an overview as to what you're going to be getting in it. But you know how good these advent calendars have been in the past. This one is going to be bigger. It's going to be better. It opens up to more, which again we will show you later on, but get it now whilst we've still got stock, because I have a feeling that that is going to absolutely fly out of the door during this show. We are going to kickstart though and have a look at the Christmas Big Scene Creator Cards. This launched on the 25th, and this is all about those big scene projects, as Craig has been talking about. It's like go big or go home. Your 7x5 size on these, and basically, again, if you were looking for like ease of craftability, if you're looking for wow cards straight away, you've got that with these one pass wonders. Of course, you've got your two-piece collection with this. You've got your main sort of focal point die, and then your outer die as well. So whether you want to go in or out and shake it all about, you can do that. But look at the detail that you get, and look at the size of the dies that you get within this concept. That's why these have been already hugely popular, and you're getting a lot of these really beautiful themes that you've loved in the Christmas collections that we brought you already, like Jingle All the Way, that beautiful scene of Father Christmas flying over the top of the houses there on Christmas Eve. You've then got the more religious tones with Christ is Born, that stunning major scene, and once again the detail that you get in these is phenomenal. And it's not a case of, you know, if you look at these and thinking that's so difficult to do, it's not. It's such an incredibly simple thing to do. And wait till you see tonight what Craig is going to show you that you can do with these dies as well. Deck the halls. I really love that one. Look at the detail in this cozy sort of hearthside scene that you've got. Imagine how beautiful that is going to look on your Christmas makes this year. On top of that, we've got dies which you can use, you know, outside of the Christmas realms as well, with your beautiful stags in the woodland there. On top of that, if I just flip that the right way for you, really stunning, is that Christmas angel. Fabulous again if you love things like your paper piecing. I can imagine this, in fact I'm sure Debbie did when we launched these. Great for your little light boxes and all those sort of things as well, with a bit of acetate or vellum behind. There's so many different things you can do. Those bells are gorgeous again. All of the detail that you've got in your jingle bells, and that is your full collection right there. Super versatile, and as I've said, what you'll see on this particular show, if you missed the launch, is something that I don't think you will have seen these dies used for before. Everyone saves £22 or $20, $63.99 platinum or $79.96 if you're shopping with us in the US. And remember, that deal will get you the notebook as well, because you're spending over £50 or $50 and double points. I mean, these are, I know it says it in the title, big scene, but these are big, big substantial dies, aren't they?
They are, and that's why what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you some finished samples first of all, so that you can see exactly the sort of thing that you can be creating with them. Now, within each set, you're actually getting two dies, so you get the detail and you get the outside die, so it cuts in your card or out your card. But then, because you can then cut them in or out, you can start to layer them up with the inks and the colours. Now, we've got this one here with the stag, and that looks lovely if you want to start bringing in maybe your brand new brush markers that will be showing you just shortly. But how lovely that that looks, giving you that kind of artistic flair. But then what about craft card and bringing in your faux snow as well as your acetate in the back? Faux snow, oh no, 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 no. But then really go dimensional and start to create your own, it's kind of like your own little theatre card.
That's really cool.
So you can snip into them. Then on this one here we've got our candles, we've got our fire, well, it's not our candles, it's our fireplace. You've got the bow at the top there, the curtains just draping down, you've got the stockings there, paper piecing if you want, like we've done on this one here. And also when it comes to paper piecing, cherry pick certain areas, paper piece back in. But how incredible does this one look as well?
Stunning.
Not much to it, simple die cutting, a little bit of paper piecing, and that's it. Now that is the sort of thing that you can be doing. But why not bring in your foil press?
Yeah, so I was talking about, I told you he had something up his little sleeve.
We did give you a bit of a tease yesterday when we were on about the interlace, because what I'm going to do now, you can do with our interlace dies as well. So I'm going to go in with our Bethlehem scene here. Now what we're going to do is, we're going to do it so all of the detail doesn't die cut, but it's going to foil. Now, as you can see, this looks like a substantial die. Now, you would initially think, for anyone that's familiar with the foil press, you're going to need a lot of time. You don't, because overall, the raised areas, that is all that needs to be heated up. So, you know, compared to this full die plate, you don't actually need a lot of time because there's not a lot of area that needs heated up. So for something like this, with a normal wafer thin die that you're going to die cut, what I'm going to do is I'm on low and then I'm going to go to 15 seconds. That's it. 15 seconds is more than enough for a normal create a card die like this one. So I'm going to pop it on. I like to, as always, pop my carbon plate over the top. I'm going to just centralize that a little bit better. And I'm going to do the start. So with this being a wafer thin die, this would go for any of your dies. I know that we've got shows, hours and hours and hours of foil press shows across on YouTube you can refer back to, but I thought this is a good one to show you how even your big creative cards you can foil with. So we've got our die on here. Now, when you're doing your foiling, always make sure your die is facing up, not down, because you don't want to cut into it. So I'm going in with, it's kind of like a shiny gold.
Oh yeah.
Shiny side facing down. I'm going to go in with my black matte cardstock, and then I'm going to go in with my top carbon plate. We're going to slide it out. We're going to feed it up to the Gemini Junior. We're going to run that one through. If you've got the large Gemini, this will still work with your large Gemini, you just need the extender plate instead of the A4 or the A5 one. So what we can do now is move that out of the way. If I remove this one, let's take this one off. Now you will see already,
oh yeah,
look at that effect. So we've already seen that heat of the image transfer through. So then,
there we go, come on.
What we can then do is if I grab hold of one corner,
That's brilliant.
how
That's
incredible.
amazing.
Doesn't matter how many times I do this, Ben, I never ever get fed up of watching that reveal when it comes from a normal die.
I still can't believe you get all of that detail with it as well.
I know.
I
You
just,
do?
yeah, the mind boggles.
And 15 seconds.
Uh-huh.
Chances are, probably would have got that detail with 14, maybe 13 seconds, but you don't need much time at all. This goes for all of them within the big scene creative cards. Do them 15 seconds, all of them, you're going to be good to go. So what I'm going to do to start with is let's trim these down. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to trim slightly bigger than the actual outline of the design. So I've got maybe about 3-4 mils at each side. I've already got a matting layer good to go. So I want to check what size I've got this to. So this is 6 3/4. So I want to make sure that this is round about 6 1/2. So I need to trim a little bit there, and then I need to trim a little bit there. So I'm good that way. And then let's double check. So that one's 4 3/4. So I want to get this to about 4 1/2. So let's trim, and then let's trim. So I trimmed it pretty much edge to edge of our image. So what I can then do is let's come in with my tape runner. So let's go in. If I've got a straight tape runner, no, I've just got a dotty one just now. So let's go in. So I'm going to go all the way around. And then what I've also done is I've brought in a bit of gold ribbon or gold twine from Sarah's 'Twas the Night Before Christmas collection. So let's come in, and then what I'm going to do is let's add adhesive here. Now I don't wrap round and round and round because I don't want to waste it. So what I do, I always do it where I've got 3 strands coming down, do them in odd numbers. So I start it off, and then what I do is I'll come down, bend it over, turn it back on itself, and then cross over, press down, bend back on itself. And then what we can do is then bring that one down here.
Oh, yeah.
So it just saves wasting any ribbon or twine or whatever that you are using. So let's secure it there. What I'm going to do, because this is the dotty one, I'm going to let's bring in my double-sided tape for a second.
Good questions coming in, by the way.
Awesome,
which will
excellent.
lots to do with the foil press and foiling, which we'll quiz you out, I think, in just a few moments' time.
Yeah, no problem.
Quick fire questions to come your way.
Sounds good to me. Let's do that. So there we go. We've got our backdrop here. So I've got them all cleared. Let's go in. I'm just going to trim this excess bit. And I've secured it with my double-sided tape. For time and speed, let's just use our tape runner for the remaining elements. And also, before I stick this down, what I've done is I've taken one of the scene layers from our die collection.
Oh, yeah.
The dies that build the scenes. Basically like the stamps we had in the craft along, but it's the die version. And then what I've done is I've cut it into a strip that's 8 1/4 inches in length. So what I'm going to do is, I would of course usually use our scoreboard, but what we'll do just to make it a little bit quicker, I'm going to come in, what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull it up slightly so that we get a dome, and then what I can do is I can attach that one. So we've got the start of the line of Bethlehem coming, you've got the Mary and Joseph, baby Jesus, just into the backdrop there. So let's add our adhesive into there, and then finishing off, let's bring in our A5 card blank. Already got my tape on. So this one, my base layer is 7 3/4 by 5 1/4. So what I can do is I can come in, I'm going to take them off. If I layer them up, this is a piece of our gold satin cardstock. I thought the mirror, or Hunky Dory's mirror, it looked really nice, but I just wanted something a little bit more subtler with the satin effect. So we can take these ones off, and then within that same die collection, what we got is we got the Star of Wonder.
Star of Light.
Can't help but sing, can you? Like, I don't mean like you, I just mean in general. You can't help but sing.
So you said that. You just can't help but sing, can you?
Yeah.
Eh?
No,
we have been singing non-stop all day today.
We have.
On air, off air. I mean, we had a proper royal sing-song about 10 minutes before we came on air.
We did, didn't we?
Yeah. I mean, it was a thing of beauty, wasn't it? Wasn't
I
it,
like
Charlotte?
to think so.
She said it was beautiful.
It's made me want to go home and watch Beetlejuice now.
Oh yeah, we were singing Deo, Deo, that one. Daylight come on, me wanna go home.
Day. So yeah, so that's what we were singing.
We could be the new Robson and Jerome.
Yeah, we could, couldn't we? Yeah. Pop the Star of Wonder into the middle of the gold ribbon, and then I've gone in with our festive sentiments that came with the interlace collection. Love, peace, joy. And then this one can then go into here and press, and then there we go.
That is stunning.
Using our Big Scene Create a Card dies, but on our foil press that we can see here. Now the one that I have done, the only difference I done was added a couple of pearls down here and a couple up here. So that was the only difference. But there we go, using your Create a Card, your Big Scene Create a Cards in another direction with your foil press.
I tell you what, let's get these questions answered, because the advent calendar is absolutely flying. We need to talk on that. But there's loads of questions coming here, Craig, over the course of the last few minutes. So you ready for some quick fire stuff?
Let's do it.
So general foiling question. Sue says, on my foil pack, some say multimedia, some say paper. Can I use both on paper? Is there a difference?
So what we do is majority, 95% of your foiling you're going to use with your paper craft foil. That's not just card and paper, that's acetate, that's vellum, that's ribbons, that's organza, it's everything like that. Multi-surface foil I only ever use for real leather, real thick leather. So it's kind of, in a way it's not misleading, that's not the word, but you would think multi-surface.
It's the other way around than you think it is.
Exactly, yes. Now, you can use the multi-surface foil for your card, but what you need to do is you really need to ramp up the time, which for me is better if you actually just get your paper craft foil, and that pretty much covers everything. Even although I work with the foil press a lot, I've got about 4 colours in the multi-surface, and I've got them all in paper craft because it's the paper craft that I use for everything. So I would say I would always invest in the paper craft foils because that's going to cover the majority of your foiling.
I'd say this next question is a yes. Bridget says, could you use the Santa flying over the rooftop big scene die instead of the Laird stamp on Craig's Craft Along project?
Yes, you could.
Yeah, simple yes.
Yep.
What else have we got? So, Linda D, and I know you touched on this, but it's always good to mention again. So when you're using your dies in the foil press, Linda says, is the cutting edge up or down on the plate?
So it's always up. Just think of it, if you're cutting down into your foil press platform, that's not something that you want to do. Plus, if you're cutting down, where do you put your foil in cardstock? That's the wrong side of the details going to foil. So when you're popping it onto your platform, the raised area of the die is always facing up. There's never ever an occasion where you have it facing down. It's always up.
And so then Tracy says, very nice, well why does it not cut? Is it because the sandwich through the Gemini is not thick enough to actually cut?
Yeah, it's to do with pressure. There's not enough thickness of the platform and the die, as well as the carbon plate. You pop it through, it just touches the rollers. Not too much where it presses, it condenses in to cut. It's just enough that it's going to roll over the top of the die, heat combination with the that touch of the roller, and it's just enough to transfer that foil through onto the card.
All great questions, and there's a few more of these. These are brilliant. Carol Kemp says, are there any dies that should not be put through the foil press?
So always use your wafer thin dies as long as they fit on the platform. The only range, and they don't actually do them anymore, but the only range that you wouldn't use was a machine they brought out a number of years ago called the Todo.
Oh yeah.
The Todo machine. They are technically wafer thin dies, but they're actually a little bit thicker. So if you do have any of them, it's a no-no. Other than that, all wafer thin dies, as long as they fit in the platform, you can use.
Oh my God, there's so many questions. Can you fall onto Centura Pearl, says Carol D?
Yes.
Sabrina, what is the setting if falling on acetate? Mine always warps.
Rightio, so if you're doing that, so...
This is setting into a foiling 101, isn't it?
I know, eh? If you're doing it onto acetate and it's warping, that is you're using normal acetate, which you can do. You will just need to secure it completely with red liner tape or something like that. To stop it warping, you want to use your heat-proof acetate. You're going to get a nice, smooth, unwarped acetate, but it's still on low settings. Just follow the matrix when it comes to the acetate, but that's why you'll be getting the warping on normal acetate, heavyweight acetate.
One more for now, which is a lovely question. Deborah Rogers, who says, Craig, do you plan what you're doing before the show, or are your demos spur of the moment?
No, always plan. I always plan. I don't always have a finished item, but if I've got a finished item that I've had time to prep at home, brilliant. If not, what I'll do is I'll always have little bits of notes at the side just to remind myself as to what I'm doing. Because as you know, make something can be a bit time consuming. So if I've not always got that time, I'll sit at home, think, this is the product we've got, this is the cardstock that we've got, what can I do? I'll do little notes or little like diagrams just to remind me so I know come the live show. Wake up call is always prepped. Always prepped. The main shows are all prepped as well. It's just time depending if I've got a finished sample or not, but I always know what I'm going to do.
Thank you for all these questions. Keep them coming. That's what we're here for. Aisha saying Craig has just knocked it out of the park once again. Lackietta. Now I'm absolutely sold on the Creator Card collection. It's a stunner, isn't it? And when you see that you can use it with the foil press as well, fantastic news. And Samantha just saying, I only discovered your demos yesterday, so I'm binging on all the lovely demos now. Samantha, there is a lot to binge on if you're going back and having a look at all our previous shows. We need to move on, but keep the questions coming. I need to move on to simply because the advent calendar, right? We're going to chat through this in more detail in just a little bit. I'm going to open it up with Craig in just a little bit as well. In case you haven't seen it, it's double the size that you think it is, and there's more than meets the eye with this. We launched this officially 25 minutes ago. I know it's been on a sneak peek since Wake Up Call this morning, but 35% of the of all of the stock of this has gone, not the stock that we were given today, of all the stock. This is massive. It's been huge. Everybody's buying it. If you haven't yet got your hands on this, grab it. There was an earlier question saying, is it all just Christmas related, the goodies inside? No. Some of them are Christmas specific, but there's a lot of goodies inside that advent calendar which you'll be able to use at different seasons, at different times around the year, and it's all sorts of goodies in there, not just dies. There's stencils, stamps, maybe other bits and pieces. We'll pick Craig's brain on that a little bit later on, but grab it now whilst it's here. We're heading towards 40% of the stock. It's a half price deal on launch, and you're going to get an extra 20% off if you're platinum. It's worth every single pound and penny, every dollar and cent of that price on your screen now, and you're getting double points. But please, 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 whatever you do, get it now, and we'll open it up. We'll not open the doors up, but we'll chat around it more a little bit later on with Craig. Let's show you what else is on the show, because we are already half an hour in. We've not chatted about the Exploding Box Explorer Kit. You're going to be buying the die here, the main concept, which allows you to create it's sort of worker die, if you like, to get the main concept going. Everything else within this bundle you are getting for free. Remember, we've got I think £9,000 worth of freebies within this show alone in the bundles. £31.99 or $39.99 platinum price on that one, and of course double points you'll be receiving too. Another absolutely brilliant deal. In fact, I would go as far as to say that this is an out of this world deal. Is the turquoise Ditto Tool Tote. Now, you're going to get this in a variety of colours. We've got, I think, 4 different colours on the show, but basically this works out that you're going to buy the Ditto Tote Tool. We're going to throw in for free the lowest tote. That is yours for free within the collection. Well, the bundle is worth what, over £40, almost $55. £20.79 you pay today, or $27.99. The other colours that you've got available, if you want to grab these, you've got it in the pink. You've also got it available in the black, and also available in purple. So choose your colour, get that deal. Storage is the way to go with that collection. Love it. The fact that you're getting that free lowest tote bag as well. Now, as we come back live in the studio, I know this is something that Craig is uber excited to show you. Brand new extended collection of your tri-blend brush markers. It's a 24-piece set, and again, everything you would expect with these as far as the originals were concerned. The 3-in-1 blend, okay, so if you're looking to get that absolutely perfect blend going from your light to your mid to your dark, you've got that. You have got the Spectrum Noir name to this, so you know it's going to be top quality, and you've got the brush nibs on there as well. However, if you're looking at this and thinking to yourself, well, how does this work with my collection that I've already got? Or if you're thinking to yourself, do I need to have the other collection before I buy this? Let's put this to Craig. Okay, so let's say, for example, I haven't got the original collection. Is that a problem?
No, it's not a problem whatsoever. Nope, you can pretty much start from this collection that we are showing you here today.
Yeah.
It's not essential you have the first one, but if you do have the first one, this is then going to extend the set, by the way, that I'll explain in a moment.
Yeah, and the way that you sort of described this to me a little bit earlier on, so you've obviously got like the different shades within the original collection. These pens sort of go in between the different shades. So if you have your light, your medium, dark, you've sort of got slightly lighter, a slightly different shade of the medium, and a slightly different shade of the dark within the colours that you've already got. Is that right?
Yeah, that's right. And I'll explain that right now. So first and foremost, anyone that's new to them, the brush markers, the Noir Spectrum Noir range, but brush markers, whatever. Think of these as your Illustrator pens, but they're in a tri-blend format, which means you get the 3 shades in one pen. So this one here that I'm showing you, this is the Jade Green blend. This is from our original set. So if I bring in mine here, this is the original set that we've got here. And as Ben said, I am beyond excited because this is my set that literally arrived earlier on while we were having our tea, because a bank holiday arrived today. So this one, Jade Green blend from the original set. So what I can do is I can turn it around, and we've got JG1,
yeah,
we've got JG3, and we've got JG7. So 1, 3, and 7. That still works with the light, the medium and the dark. But that's quite a difference of the light to the medium, and then certainly from the medium to the dark. So what the extended range does, if I bring in the jade green extended, what that means is on the extended one, I've got JG2,
Right.
JG4, and JG6. So that means instead of me maybe going light, medium and dark, so JG1 to JG2 to JG3 to JG4, and then we're jumping to JG6 into JG7.
That's not easy to say.
It's not. Of all the colours I could have picked. So basically what that means is if you don't want your 3-tone to be overly powerful in the shade, so 1, 3 and 7, what you could do is use JG1, JG2 and JG3. That is going to give you your light, your medium and your dark, but on a softer tone instead of going down to the deeper ends. But then what you could do is if you want it to be a lot darker, then you can do JG4, that could be your lightest, JG6 could be your mid-tone, and then JG7 could be your dark tone. So you're going from the basic, the original set, and then bringing in the add-on. This is extending it by 3 colours to now 6 colours. All work independently, all work separately, but all work absolutely beautifully together by extending that shaded range.
And I'll ask another silly question here. So I've got the coral blend out of my extender one, for example, and that one says CR3, CR4, CR10.
Right.
But that will still work in the same way that you've got you've got the one there from the.
Yep.
Is that from the original?
So say that again.
So
that
I've
you've
got CR3.
Yep.
CR4.
Right.
CR10.
Yep.
So what have you got in the original?
I've got CR1.
Right.
CR6.
Right.
And CR11.
Right.
So it works. Every single pen works in the exact same way. So everyone in the new range is going to extend from everyone in the original range. It's just opening up that shade from 3 colours to 6 colours. But if you want to have light, medium and dark on much more of a subtler light colour, you can go down the early shade platform. But if you want it to be more darker, then you go further up. But this is why separately, together, in conjunction, on their own, brand new, original ones, it's all going to work together. So it just buzzing to actually get stuck in with these.
Yeah, everybody's sorted then, really, are they? Everybody's catered for with this collection. It's a great price as well. You're going to get the 24-piece set. And remember, it's 24 pens, but when you think that you've got 3 different blends within each, you can look at it like a 72-piece set, really. £63.99 platinum, $95.96. If you've never used our tri-blend brush pens before and you want to give them a go, you can get these independently. If you have already got the other set, then get these as well, because as you can see, they work absolutely perfectly with those as well, because that's the reason that they're the extender collection. I would say to you today that if you're like Craig and you've been waiting for these to get to arrive, get them right now. Jacqueline just saying, I've just got my Tri-Blender magazine, love the new makeover, like to keep the stamps and dies together, have a few I can't find. And who else was it was saying? Becky was saying, I love my brush markers and my extended collection. Arrived this morning, busy colouring in my reference card as I am always watching. Right. We, I think, are going to have a little look at these with Craig right now, who's been doing cartwheels up and down the corridor. He's been so excited. What are you going to show us, Craig?
Rightio, let's go in with one of the stamp sets that we've had recently on Crafters TV. We're going to go in with the bow one on this one here. So within this one here, I've gone for the Christmas bow stamp, funny enough. So with this one here, we've got the jade green. This is from the brand new extended range. So what I'm going to do is let's just show you that you can use this as a standalone light, medium and dark. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in with the lightest tone, and I'm using these in the same format as I would use my classic or original tone or original colours, in the fact of just building the colours up with the light going into the medium and then going into the dark. So there is the light. So I can now flip over. Now what I can then do here is I'm now going to jump to the darkest shade. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a little bit of depth into the base here. Then what I can do is I can come into the mid-tone, and then what I can do is start to blend that out into here. And then what I can do is I can go back into my light tone and finish blending all of that out. So that's given me my light, my medium, and my dark.
Amazing.
So if we go up there, can you see already the intensity of that blend that you get? It's alcohol based, so it'll continue to evaporate a little bit more.
You can see it happening before your eyes.
You can, can't you? Yeah, you literally can. But say I want it to be a bit lighter, I don't want it to be that dark. So this is where I'm going to bring in my original one. So what I'm going to do is let's use JG2 as the lightest. Then what we can do is, actually no, I tell you what, from our original blend, let's do JG1.
Yeah.
From our extended blend, we'll use JG2. And then back to the original collection, we'll use JG3.
Got you.
So therefore, it's going to be a 3-tone blend.
But lighter.
But a lot lighter. Yeah, absolutely. So we can go in with IG1. So once again, building it up. And really, really are emphasising on the word extender, because that's exactly what it does. It extends the sheer amount of blending, shading that you can get with the colour tones. So we've done JG1. So let's go into JG2, which are from our, so that was JG1 that we used.
So many different colours.
I know. JG1 that we used.
Yeah.
So we're going to stick with the original one and go to the darkest I'm going to use, which is JG3.
Oh, yes.
So we can then go in there.
Because you always go light, dark, medium, don't you?
Yes, yeah, do indeed. So we've gone for the darkest. Now look, that is the darkest, but look at the difference between the darkest we used on the 7. So then this time what we can do is we can go back into our new extender and go into JG2. And then what we can then do is blend that out. So I'm going up to as far as I went with the lightest. Then what I can do is let's go back to the original set. We're going to go back to JG1, and then we can blend that out into the end. And similar to what you were saying a minute ago, I can already see in front of my eyes, it's starting to evaporate. But look,
the difference is phenomenal. It's amazing.
The difference. So this is where we have gone light, medium and dark, but we've done it on a softer palette when it comes to following the number combination, number-letter combination.
My little mind can't quite cope with the fact there's so many different shades. Do you know what I mean? You think you've got your light, medium, dark in the one pen, and now we've got the extender pens to give you the different shades of light, medium, dark. It's
from 2 pens.
From 2 pens.
6 colour options.
Yeah.
It really, really is. So, you know, I recently, and I say recently, over the last, year, 18 months or so, you know, I've been building on my colour. I'm really happy with how I am with my original tri-blends and my classiques. And lately I've been building on my Illustrator / these brush ones. Having this extender one, I'm unbelievably excited to just carry on colour now, because I love my brush pens, but now I can then go to that opposite end of getting depth, but keeping it quite subtle by staying low when it comes to the shading. 1, 2, 3, etc. So it really is. Not often I'm going to say it's a must-have, because everyone's taste is completely different. If you've got the original, I would say, and I would recommend it as a must-have. If you've not got either of them, but you're thinking of it, it is a standalone collection that you can use on its own. You're still getting the blending, you're still getting the shading in whichever way that you colour.
Oh, so many things to think about, isn't there? But yeah, I mean, whichever way, I mean, I think particularly if you've already got the original collection, you definitely need to get this just to expand and extend that collection even more. Tracy just said, I ordered my extended collection earlier. I just had to make sure I had the complete set. I can't wait to get in some colouring time. And Judy is saying, I'm going to put these on my Christmas wish list. Loads of love for the explanation of that as well. Fran is saying, thank you for explaining the extended collection. And Kathy saying, thank you for the explanation, Craig. I have the original set. Now I need to get the extended set. Yeah, I mean, seriously, you do, don't you? You absolutely need to jump in and grab this. And when you're getting that deal today as well, Platinum members, $63.99 or $95.96 and double points. It is an absolute steal of a deal this evening. Lots of chat still coming in about the Advent calendar, which we'll chat more about in just a second. Got a few questions which we'll pose to Craig very shortly. But Craig, eyes to the screen, please, because we're going to have a look at what everybody crafted during the craft along earlier on. Let us get your take on these. So Karen has crafted her own little countdown, and
wow.
little bit slightly different to yours.
That's the wobblers.
Yes,
cool
absolutely. Yeah.
How cool is that? I love that, having the wobblers, different take. Same structure as what I done, but use the wobblers.
Karen, by the way, congratulations on winning our bundle earlier on. Here's Teresa's.
Look at that, and it goes to show many of you have actually followed the steps that I've done, the layout that I've done, but then you've changed it slightly. Teresa, this one is fab. I love the sleeves.
I like the way it alternates.
Yeah,
that's
love
really
that.
Cool. Oh, and Jay Simonetti's gone for days rather than sleep.
Yeah, I know, yeah, so that's a good one to do as well. Changing the ribbon as well. You've obviously got Christmas ribbon, but then look at the scene that you done in the backdrop that you can see there. Again, loving it.
And then Deb, who's, counting down quicker than us, 30 sleeps to go there.
Look at that. And then again, that is now with adding the blue and then some simple layers, just simplifying the amount of mats and layers that I done, but it works an absolute treat as well.
And then Carol, look at the colour combos going on here.
Now that is cool. Even when it comes to the belt buckle, you've used a slightly different dye, but it all works so well together. Same when it comes to the alphabets as well. Absolutely loving all of these ones. Thank you so much for sending them in.
Yeah, we love that, and I think that goes to show and backs up what you guys were saying earlier on, that you said it was like one of the best craft alongs you've seen. So easy to follow and so achievable for everybody too. We had people chatting about getting their grandkids, their kids, elderly relatives involved as well, so hopefully you enjoyed it. And if you did miss the craft along, don't forget you can go back and watch it via our YouTube page. Now, we've got lots to chat about. We've got the world launch of our Advent calendar to come back to, and also the new look edition of Crafters Inspiration magazine. But before we do that, you need to go and check out those baskets, particularly if you've got these in there, particularly if you've got the Advent calendar in there as well. So 2 minutes, we will be back with you. Go and check out your baskets, and we'll see you in a sec.
Welcome to Club Inspire, the crafters companion community where you can feed your crafty obsession. Join our fantastic loyalty club today and receive 20% off your first order. We'll also give you 250 points to help get you started. Other benefits of joining Club Inspire include exclusive special offers and discounts for Club Inspire members only, exclusive sneak peek previews of brand new product launches, and of course the Club Inspire community group on Facebook, where you can access exclusive content such as downloads, offers and inspiration, and of course you can chat and share your makes with other members. You'll receive 1 point for every pound, dollar or euro you spend, and the more points you receive, the more benefits you'll unlock. So what are you waiting for? Sign up, join the club and start rewarding yourself today.
We've had to make some changes to our shipping charges, and we want to keep you informed. With continued pressure on domestic shipments around mainland US, we've had to temporarily increase the cost of our regular 6 to 10 working day standard shipping service from $9.99 to $12.95, and our free shipping threshold from $100 to $125. We also have some really great news to tell you. We've introduced a brand new shipping service called Express Delivery. This is a fully tracked door-to-door service which takes 3 to 7 working days and costs $19.95. This option means you'll get your crafty goodies in your hands sooner, meaning less waiting and more crafting. We're also upgrading delivery services for our Gold and Platinum Club Inspire members, who will now receive priority delivery on all of their orders. And if that wasn't enough, we've upgraded these orders to our new Express 3 to 7 day service. Your patience and understanding throughout this very busy time has been amazing. So we'd just like to say a huge thank you, and we look forward to chatting to you again very soon. We thought we'd have a bit of a sit down in the lounge area, because it's been one of those days. We've been full on for the last couple of days of Craig and I. So we thought, you know what, we'll have a little sit down and we'll chew the cud and chat. We'll chat about not only the brand new Crafters Inspiration magazine, but first and foremost, the item which is breaking the internet right now. It is the world launch of the Christmas Advent Calendar 2021. We did a sneak peek launch on this morning on Wake Up Call. We brought it to your attention again in the Crafter log a little bit earlier. We are now at, and this is of all of the stock, 40% of the stock has gone. Let me just tell you numbers-wise how this all works, and then we'll chat around it with Craig. So basically, you're getting this on a half-price deal. It launches today, but we're getting it on a half-price deal, which doesn't really compute in my mind, because when you think if something launches, surely you should be paying full price. But no, not with us. Half price. Platinum members comes down another 20%, so it's $31.99 or $35.99 is the deal, and double points. I haven't opened this up yet purposefully because I want Craig to do it, but you can see it's beautifully presented. It is a sizable calendar. And Craig, I think it's fair to say with this, isn't it, that this is bigger and better than ever before?
Oh, absolutely, in so many different ways. So you've got your good sizable advent calendar. I would say really pretty much it's going to be about 12 inches, 12 by 12.
Yeah, I'd say.
Width and height. So you've got a little tag. So if you do want to give that to someone as a gift or something, you know, if you are going to treat someone, then you've got that tag there. But then when you open it up, what you can see is not only have you got side to side that you can see here, so excuse me while I just check that you can see what you're looking at. So we've got two sides there, but then what we've also got on, so I will tell you where number 24 is, and that is on the back.
It's the biggest door ever.
Is a good sizable whatever it's going to be. What I have been saying today, I have an idea of the items that are in it. I don't know what the images actually consist of, and I don't know what's behind what door, but I do know, as Ben says, the team, Leanne and the product development team, have gone bigger and better. Not only have they gone bigger when it comes to the actual advent calendar, the dies are bigger, stamps are bigger, and then what they've done is they have incorporated some items that you have not seen in our advent calendars before. There is some stencils, embossing folders, maybe. What I've been saying throughout today as well, the one thing I can tell you is every single item, bar one, if you look after it, it's going to last you a lifetime.
Okay.
And what that also means as well is it's obviously a calendar, it's a countdown to Christmas. And what I can tell you is it's not Christmas based when it comes to the items inside. Maybe a few you can tweak and use it for Christmas. There might be the odd thing in there that is maybe references Christmas, but what you can do in here is you can then think of it, by the time that you've opened it, as one comprehensive craft kit.
Yeah.
Everything's going to complement each other. So whether it's going to be celebrations such as birthdays, you might want to use bits for weddings or anniversaries. It's seasonal as well. That I do know. I've been told that it covers all 4 seasons in certain occasions within seasons. So it really is something that the team, as I say, Leanne and Di, product development, the whole team have just gone above and beyond. And the one thing we get asked time and time again over the last couple of years, which I've started doing, is every night in December, I have been doing a Facebook Live where I do the opening and the revealing. So as you guys are aware, because obviously the incredible support you give at Crafters TV, we're 7 days a week, we've got 3 live shows a day, 2 of them are 2 hours, one's an hour and a half. So it's incredible busy. What I promise you is I will be doing lives in December. What I'm going to do is alternate. So the December the 1st will be a live, and then what I'm thinking, the next night will be a video I've recorded, the next night will be a live, the next night will be a video. You will definitely get lives for the countdown to Christmas. I did put, this was a genuine, hand on heart, I put Ben on the spot and wake up call and ask him, now that we have figured out how to do joint Facebook Lives, Ben has said he's more than happy every so often.
I thought you were going to say every night then for a second.
No. And also it says, well, if you do watch my lives, where they turn out to be 3 hours, these aren't those long because they are, daily, every second day. So it's an hour maximum. We open the door and we actually make something when it comes to the lives. And as I was just waiting to say there, Ben's very kindly and said, every now and again on a live, Ben will jump in. We can do a joint live together while opening the doors. So really are from the team, and it's me. I want to continue to do this for you because you guys loved it. The support you give me for doing it, it just spurs me on to do them again. So as a promise from me to you.
I think you've covered off pretty much everything that everybody was asking. Loads of questions about like the content, so you've got an idea of what you've got in there. Lots of questions about, is it all Christmas themed? No. Some of them will be specifically Christmas themed, but a lot of the items in here won't be. And also Heidi obviously asking, are there going to be demos? Well, you've just heard it from the man himself. Yeah, you'll get to see how all of these work right throughout the festive season as well. And Janine just saying, what is the advent calendar? Sorry, I'm new here. Well, it's just like, like you get your chocolate advent calendars every year, and you open them up and you get a chocolate behind them. You open up the door on here every day during advent and you have a crafty goodie behind it. Value for money wise is absolutely off the chart, and the fact that over 40% of the stock has gone of our world launch, of all of the stock within 9 hours, it shows you how popular these are. Everybody's buying them. I think a lot of people are buying one, then buying one for a friend. We've got people who aren't even crafters shopping for crafters because they know that this is going to be a great gift for them as well. Everybody who's anybody is getting this. It is the hottest ticket in town right now, and you need to be grabbing it. Remember, 40% of the stock has gone, which is supposed to last up till Christmas, because you think people might be getting advent calendars, in November time, heading towards the end of November, thinking, oh yeah, December the 1st, get my advent calendar open. I doubt they'll still be here. If they keep going at this rate, there won't be any left at the end of September, let alone November. So please, if you're thinking about getting this year, you may as well jump in and get it now. It's a half price deal. It may not be around in October or November time. So please do not miss out. And great that we've got Craig to take us through all as well as we head through the festive season.
Say as well, Ben, what was happening, certainly last year anyway, there's some of you sometimes think, well, I don't really need an advent calendar. Is it something that I need? So you didn't bother. You thought, no, I don't really like them. Advent calendars as in a general. Don't really need to get one. You were coming along and you were watching my lives, and then when you were seeing them, you were thinking, gosh, didn't think you would get that sort of thing in it. Didn't think you'd be able to make that. Now keep that in mind, because this year we've gone bigger and we've gone better. So that's what was happening last year. So there was two ladies, forgive me, I wrote your name down, but you did message, because kind of said the same thing after Craft Along earlier on, and they messaged me on Facebook just saying that they were two of them that didn't get it last year because they didn't think, well, not really going to use whatever's behind it, and they wish that they bought one. But by that point, they couldn't, because it was December and they were gone. So just something to keep in mind as well. It's something like a nice little treat for you as well, just to open up on a daily basis.
You have been warned. Get it now whilst we still got it. Deborah just saying, I love Craig trying to tell us what's inside the calendar without telling us specifics. Good job, Craig. And Angela saying, Craig, we love what you did last year with the calendar and look forward to seeing what you do with the items in this one. Get it whilst you can. As I say, it's the hottest ticket in town. Also, something that you might want to get your hands on too is the Crafters Inspiration Issue 1 magazine. Now, you might be looking at this and thinking, hang on a minute, Crafters Inspiration Issue 1. How is it Issue 1? I'm sure I've got Crafters Inspiration magazines already. Well, you will see from this is a new look edition. I absolutely love this because you've got, it's more like a folder, like a bookazine inside here as well. And what this is, Craig will probably explain this better than me, is the fact that we've hit the reset button on this a bit, haven't we?
We have, yeah, because here in the UK we would always get the up-to-date issue. For you guys stateside, you were always maybe around about 2, 3, maybe 4 issues behind. So what was happening is we would come here and we would promote our new magazine, and you guys at HSN were far behind. You would join the subscription that HSN, they would do themselves with our magazine, but still you were behind, and it was getting confusing at times. So what Sarah and Leanne decided was like, let's start afresh, let's just wipe clean, and then what we'll do is it's the launch of our brand new Crafters Inspiration Global magazine. So it doesn't matter where you are in the world, When each issue launches, it launches here, the same one launches in the US, the same one launches throughout Europe. So every single one, every single crafter that purchases the magazine does get the same one. What I will say is it's come up a few times about does the UK do the subscription like HSN? It's HSN themselves that deal with the subscription. It's not us that does it. It's HSM. They wanted to do the subscription, so they deal with it themselves. So we're not doing, we don't do anything like that. It's literally a case when we come and we go live with the brand new edition, you'll be able to get it with us. So the reason we don't do that is because that's HSN. They deal with all of that. Same with they have their sub box and they deal with that subscription. That's them themselves that choose to do that. So that was to answer that. But yeah, it is pretty much starting from scratch again. Lots of ideas. Anything that you already knew and loved from beforehand, it's included. The quality, as Ben was saying, is absolutely phenomenal. And what you'll find as well, a lot more environmentally friendly. So the items, the goodies that you get included, we've done away with the plastic. If you love our craft kits, everything now comes in the purple wallets. Environmental friendly, recyclable, use them in your crafts. These are exactly the same as well. It's folder based. Do you know something, Ben? It is an absolute win-win-win throughout cover to end.
It really is. I've just been thumbing through it myself. There's 60 projects inside there. It's a beautiful, beautiful bookazine as well. I mean, front to back, side to side, it is jam-packed full of projects. And what I love with this as well is that the projects are rated in there for you too. So if you're new, there's projects for you. If you're more experienced, there's projects for you as well. And it's a beautiful read. Really nice sort of pop on your coffee table. And when you just want to sit back and relax, it's a lovely, lovely magazine to thumb through. 60 projects inside there. As Craig was saying, the goodies that you get in there as well, beautifully packaged now as well. So you've got dies in this collection. You've also got stamps and a stencil, plus the papers that you get in here too are beautiful, aren't they?
They are absolutely beautiful. All matte, so you can add extra detail if you want to do in with your stencils or your ink, but then you can stamp onto them. They're going to fully complement your paper pads from Santa's Kitchen last year. So maybe you're getting to the end of the papers, you want some more, perfect, win-win. This is the way to get them as well. But not necessarily just Christmas. It's meant to be Christmas themed, but there's many of the designs that you will then see just in a moment or two as Ben's flicking through them that you're going to be able to use. Doesn't say Christmas, that one, does it?
No.
You're going to be able to use that. Same with that one as well. Number of them, another one there. Quite a few of them you're going to be able to use for all occasion, not just Christmas. You do get a topper sheet as well, so then you can pop on the front of your cards, maybe expand on your Santa's Kitchen as well. But it's just nicely compact. It's all stuff you're going to use. For instance, the die set is a continuation from Sarah's 'Twas the Night Before Christmas, which means that the die set that you get within this one, you do not find in the 'Twas the Night Before Christmas. It's nicely going to complement if you've got that range, or you'll be able to use it as a standalone as well.
It's a beautiful collection. As we said, the fact that you get all of this, it's all been reset. Everybody's in the same place. Jump in and grab it. Dispatching from the 3rd of September for just $10.39 or $15.96 if you are a platinum member. And of course, you're going to get double points with that as well. Wow, what a show. This is flying. The advent calendar is absolutely flying too. And we've got more goodies to show you as well. We'll come back in just a few moments' time with a brand new set of stencils that we want to bring to you. I'm reading it. We'll be back in just a few moments' time. Get your own. Get off.
Welcome to Crafters TV. With more than 35 hours of live shows each week, it's your home for all things craft. We shine the spotlight on new and innovative crafting products with live tutorials and demonstrations. Join our family of craft experts where fun happens every day.
Quiet. The neighbours.
I'm all out of Zoom. I'm so lost without you. I'm not singing.
Lisa, if you email in, don't send a picture of your air fryer. Make sure it's something creative.
Get creative and craft along. With our amazing deals, your next craft project is just a click away. Tune in live 7 days a week, or you can watch us on Catch Up at crafterscompanion.com, Facebook, or our YouTube channels. You can chat to us, craft along, and meet new friends by joining our online crafting community.
You entertain us. You give us a community to talk, in the chat. That wouldn't happen without you guys. It's like Crafters Companion is magical. There's magic here.
Joy, there's not a dry eye in the studio here. Debbie's welling up, I'm welling up.
There's a show for every type of crafter, from first-time dabblers to full-time makers. Crafters TV. Create every day.
What a show! What a show! This is my first year of shopping with CC, says Patty. So I'll be getting my first one, calendar that is. That's flying. I've never been disappointed with the advent, says Sharon on Facebook. Aisha says, ooh, just took a peek into mine since it came back 2 hours ago, and I love it so far. That's the magazine. The Elements and magazine are great, but can I say the papers, in the words of Sarah, are the bomb.com. My magazine, says Merlin, arrived a few days ago and opened it last night. So awesome, and I love the goodies that came with it. Laura89 says, I love the fact that that paper is not in the magazine. Yes, another point of difference, because normally you get the papers in the magazine, and I suppose you have to kind of not ruin your magazine a little bit, but it's nice to have them separate. And Hawada on YouTube says, I received my magazine last night. Awesome job on the new look and format. Congrats. CC is the best. We are better than all the rest. I added that bit in. Hawada didn't put that. Let us move on to something which launched very recently, actually. I think these launched on Sunday. Was it Sunday? 29th? I'm losing track of my days. Yes, Sunday. The Christmas Stencil 6-piece collection. And you know me, I love a stencil, and I will tell you for why, because it's a really super easy way into craft, isn't it? If you are brand new to it, stenciling, you can get so much out of a stencil. There's so many different things that you can use as well with them, and they just create the most brilliant scenes. And as you're seeing with these brand new Christmas stencils, where you've almost got your background stencil and your foreground image, very, very quickly, that right there, choose your colours, you've got yourself a beautiful card front, haven't you? Without too much effort at all. It's really quick, it's really rewarding, and it's really simple to get into. Look at the price that you're going to be paying for these as well. That is nonsense today. Platinum under £20, just over $25, and you've got all the elements of Christmas that you would wish right here, from your bells to your sprigs of holly. I mean, that poinsettia is absolutely perfect, hence the name, Perfect Poinsettia. Then on the top of that, you've got your Oh Christmas Tree, oh Christmas tree, art thou branches. But look at the background with the Christmas tree lights going on there, the decorations, and then the tree in the foreground. The snowflake stencil set is just gorgeous. Snow, let it snow. One would say that those... And then finally, good luck with this one, you've got your baubles. No song for that one, have you?
Baubles are ringing out for Christmas Day.
Your baubles and your stars. So it's a beautiful collection in the fact that you've got your 2 stencils in each of the 6 sets for under £20 if you're platinum, or just over $25. That is phenomenal. It's a really, really lovely collection. And Craig, if people are looking again for a super usable collection this Christmas, an easy way to get into crafting, stenciling is brilliant, isn't it? Oh, I'm going to make you playing the bells. Wait there. Ding dong, ding ding dong dong, ding dong ding dong dong, ding dong ding dong ding dong dong dong, ding ding dong dong dong. Dong, ding 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 dong, ding 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 dong, ding 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 dong, ding 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 ding, ding 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 ding. Ding 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 ding. Hey!
All right,
I mean, multi-talented, this man, multi-talented.
All right, Theo, let's have a look. Oh, that was brilliant. I love that.
I love that.
Easily amused.
Oh, dear.
Perfect poinsettias. Now, this one here, you might be familiar with the all-occasion stencils that we done I don't know.
By the way, just in case you're wondering, if you've got your tools at home and you start going like that with them while I was making the noise, it was me. They don't No, they don't really make that. It was me all the time. Anyway, sorry, Craig.
No. It was just to say with the all occasion stencil range that we done, where you got 3 stencils and you layered them up. These ones, we've simplified them even more, but still, these are uber impressive. So with the poinsettia one, you get your main background and then you get your main image itself in a nice little square. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring in my white smooth stamping card. And it's something I always say when it comes to stencils. If you want to use your repositionable sprays, by all means you can. I don't. I like to hold it down with some of our low-tack tape. And then I'm going to go in just to secure it.
Yeah.
So all together, let's use about 4 colours in total.
Ding.
So
I amused myself there. You didn't see that. He just picked up one
I
up.
picked one up to see what the colour was. So I'm going to go for 4. So I'm going to use
Ding.
pink tulip,
Ding.
fuchsia,
Ding.
crushed velvet,
Ding.
and brick green topaz. So if we go for,
Ding.
we're going to go for.
Ling, 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 ling. I'm not going to tire of this. Dong. I'll stop it now. I'll stop it. I'll stop looking about.
I'm going to use the fuchsia and the crushed velvet for my poinsettia. I'm going to use the pink tulip for the back, and then I'm going to use the green topaz for a bit of the foliage. So let's go in with
Ding, ding, ding. I'm going to stop now. I got a sweat on.
Oh my gosh, that is just brilliant, absolutely brilliant. So I'm going to go in with the fuchsia and I'm going to lay the colour down on top of the poinsettia. Cover up the foliage and the berries if you want with low-tack tape or anything like that. But I'm not, I'm just going to...
Stephanie just says, I assume the bosses are still away then. Hopefully they are. We won't be back in the morning. Oh dear. And Kaz says, oh dear Ben, I thought that my stamping pads were broken. Yep. No, it's us doing the sound effects. Seriously, that's all you do now, isn't it? When you're using them in future.
You know what
remember
you could
that?
do? Take some of the bells from Sarah's Twisted Before Christmas collection.
Oh my goodness me.
You could do that.
Now do tubular bells, says Crafty AJ. Oh yeah. No, I won't bother. Oh dear. Oh dear.
Oh gosh, I just love you guys. I really do.
Loving the show so far, says Claire, and all the singing. You both really make me smile. I've loved all 3 shows with you both today. Kaz says, Ben and Craig are my favourite duo. They're so much fun together, and it's clear to see that they have a great friendship. It's all for the cameras. Off air, we barely talk to each other.
No.
I mean, we're just, off air. As soon as 9 o'clock hits, he goes one way, I go the other, and that's it.
Yep.
Don't talk to each other again.
No.
No. Separate dressing rooms. Can't stand each other, really.
No.
Unless you believe that, you'll believe anything.
You got the big one.
What?
Dressing room.
Oh, yes.
So now that I've gone in with the fuchsia, what I'm then doing is I've gone in with a crushed velvet and I'm going to go in towards the tips and then going around and then I'm picking up the little bits at the end of the poinsettia.
Yeah.
It was definitely tips of the poinsettia, Johnny. Don't fret. Don't fret. So going around the edges, let's just say edges. And then I'm going to go back in with what's remaining of the fuchsia onto my stencil, and we can blend that excess out.
Sarah joined the show whilst we were dinging. Can you imagine if, like, Sarah's obviously joined us before, so she knows how manic it can be. But can you imagine if you tuned in for the first time and there's me and him going ding 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 ding? People would be like, "What is this? What is going on here?" That's how we roll here at Crafters TV.
That's why we're up for 11 nominations.
That's why we're Craig. I love that. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Which ink pads are you using, Craig? Says Gemma. Messing about too much, I think.
Started off with the fuchsia.
Yes.
And then I went over the top around the tips of the poinsettia with the crushed velvet.
Yep.
Blended it out. Now all that I'm doing here is, Craig, you Wally, you didn't need to do that. You actually wanted that bit. So let's take that off. I was about to cover up this foliage bit, which I don't want. What I meant to do, Ben, was to just pop a little bit of low tack tape around the edge so that I don't get any ink onto my card. So I'm going to go in with a green topaz now.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to go into these bits here. So I'm going to add that colour on. And the thing with these stencils as well is feel free to be very rustic about them. And what I mean by that is if you do get extra ink just popping over the side, maybe when we come and do the background, if you get any of that overlapping on the poinsettia, don't worry about it. You know, it's crafting. It's about having fun. You want to get that ink laid down. So what we can do now is we can take these off. So if I take this one off, now look at that.
Ooh.
So carefully take that one off.
Yeah.
So then what I can do is let's go in now. Let's turn it around. What I'm then taking there, and then I'm going to secure that.
Yeah.
And then what I can do is I can do that one as well. And then what I'm going to do, let me just cover some of this berry bit so I don't get any ink on it. Same here. And then I'm going to do the same as to what I've done there. I'm going to go in with the pink tulip and go around the edges with the, I'm going to go in with the fuchsia and then go around the edges with the crushed velvet.
Marnie on Facebook says, I was having a rough day and you two have just given me what was probably the best laugh I've had in a week. You're so funny and I love it when you're together. Thank you for brightening the day for us. That is our pleasure, Marnie. That's our pleasure. Nadia says, I am at work with a headphone and I'm holding my laughter so people don't notice I'm actually watching you two, but it's not working. That's brilliant. Laughter, I mean, we love the laughter here.
You know what it is as well, Ben, is, you know, if I'm at home or that and I'm having a chilled couple of hours or day off or something like that, if I watch a bit of daytime TV, and we have shows here in the UK, I know every now and again I'll go on about This Morning or that, but we have presenter celebrities out there that on a daily basis make me laugh. I think they're so enjoyable to watch. So to hear that what they do for me, we can do for you as well. So me and Ben or me and Joe or that, or backstage, anything like that. It really is nice because I know, thanks John, T. I know that the feeling that I get by watching them.
Yeah. Absolutely right.
Drop a bell.
Yeah, sorry, I was slow on the sound effects there. Yeah, no, it's lovely to hear that you guys love all of the fun stuff. Because you know what? You know, I think that there's other channels out there, but there's not many like this one. No, there's not many like this one. And don't worry, we will never change. Back onto the stencils, just whilst you're colouring here. Becky wants to know, what is the best way to clean your stencils, please, Craig?
Now you can use a baby wipe, but I know obviously with everything going on at the moment with the environment and that, we're being more environmentally conscious and cautious and environmentally friendly. So buy a lukewarm water in a sink or a damp cloth, microfiber cloth, something like that, just to take that ink off. It's a non-porous surface, so it's going to clean up very, very easily. So you'll have no problems at all when it comes to cleaning up. So I'm going to go in with the crushed velvet, go around the edges here. So what I would say as well is for time and speed here, we are using less and less baby wipes.
Yeah.
Sometimes you know, we do still need to use them for pure, you know, speed. But what we do is once they have dried, we still use them to kind of buff maybe gilding wax or something like that. So we do try and get as much out of them as possible. But as a whole, we are using less and less. But sometimes it's just that, kind of the job. We just need to use them just to get a bit of quick cleaning done. So.
Joe is loving your colours, Craig. Not your traditional poinsettia colours.
No, not at all.
Loved Jan's black one the other day too. Yeah, you mean you do you, as Joe would say. You choose the colours that you want to go for. You know your traditional poinsettia colours. You don't have to have the poinsettia, the traditional colours. Go with the colours that you want to go for. That's the whole fun of crafting, isn't it? Really, experiment, do it your way. And Pammy just saying, no, CCTV is one of a kind. It's why I keep coming back for more. You never quite know what you're going to get. We're like a box of chocolates here, aren't we?
No, I know. You just never know.
Never quite know what's going to happen from one day to the next. And to be honest with you, neither do we. Ronald says on Facebook, Craig says he dropped a bell. He missed a pun. Dropped a clanger. Oh yes, we're always dropping the clangers here. Well done, Ronald, for picking up on that one. Good. You were quicker than us there. You were quicker than us. This is looking stunning, Craig. But again, this is showing you how great the effects you can achieve with stenciling, even if you've never done it before.
Yeah, absolutely. As I would say time and time again, I always like to use my square blending tools, you know, predominantly. You can use your circle ones, but if you find it easier using the little finger daubers, use them. Here, I've gone over the edge that you can see. I'm not concerned about that, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to come over with the background, and I have got my card to just smaller than this main stencil, but then this could be bigger, Ben. You know, you can then do patchwork with that stencil. It doesn't have to be small just to fit the stencil. You can go bigger, you can do layering up if you want, but what I'm going to do now is I'm going to completely cover that. Now I'm going to go in with the pink tulip. I'm going to ink up, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to go round where I've already inked. But as I said at the start, if I do start to cross over, I'm not going to be overly concerned about it, because it's going to add to that kind of crafted look, homemade look. Plus, a lot of these are darker colours, so you're not actually going to see them in comparison with the pink tulip. So just have fun and lay the colour down.
Catherine Bennett, I keep a baby wipe in a small plastic bag until it's no longer any use. Yeah, so multiple uses of your baby wipe. And Barbara says, Craig and Ben, you are a great team. Thank you. I look forward to your shows, your singing. You look forward to the singing. Wow. Your humour. Keep it up. Bob wants to know on YouTube, Craig, what kind of ink you're using on the stencil right now?
Really good question, because I don't think I mentioned that, did I? I just done the colours and not the inks. Water reactive.
Yeah.
I use water reactive for all my stencil work. You can use your quick dry because you're on a stencil, it's a non-porous surface. However, although it's quick dry, when it hits the card, logically thinking about it, because it's quicker to dry, if you use your water reactive, it's more flexible when inking and blendable. Yep. But I should say as well, just going back to what you were just saying there a moment ago, how you enjoy watching me and Ben together. I hate to tell you, this is our last show together for, what, about a week and a half? Maybe 2? No! Because it's me and George tomorrow, and also on Thursday. Yeah. And then that's me off for, you know, a week and a half for my holiday. I'm back on Monday, the 13th of September with Joe. Yeah. Joe's back this Sunday, isn't he? Yeah, this Sunday. I'm back the following. So for me and Joe, it's been about 16 days we've not been together, and then we're going to be not far off it either. Well, I'm now, because I'm supposed to be on holiday, the last 2 days I'm not supposed to be. I took 2 weeks off for moving, but obviously we were a bit short this end as far as presenters were concerned, so I stepped in, because that's the kind of guy I am. It was basically just to get out the packing, to be honest with you, or the unpacking. So I'm now back in. Next show is Friday the 17th? Is it the 16th or 17th? It's something like Friday the 16th. Oh.
Friday the 17th.
Yeah.
Because I'm off this week, then off next week, and then the way our shifts patterns work, I don't then come back on shift until that following Friday. So it's 2 weeks on Friday. So I'm not going to see you for like 2.5 weeks, buddy. What's going on?
So I come back on the Monday.
Yeah.
And then you're in on the Friday.
Yeah.
Which it'll be me.
Oh, I thought you were about to say I'm not in that Friday.
Yeah, no.
Oh.
I better not push it with any more Fridays off.
Well, no. You've had a few, haven't you, to be honest? I mean, not that I can talk. Hashtag part-timer. Oh, that's a disappointment.
I know, it is.
We'll have to, hey, I tell you what, in the meantime, maybe we can hook up and do a joint Facebook Live.
Oh, 100%.
We'll try and do something like that, maybe.
Do that, yeah. We can maybe organise it when I'm out and about back in Scotland.
Yeah.
I should say, though, here in the UK, and I know you guys can watch, there's ways and means of doing it. Although I come back on Monday the 13th, I am going down to Peterborough for Creating Craft here in the UK.
Oh, okay.
And I'll be there for a couple of shows live in the studio.
Wow.
For on the Saturday the 11th.
That's the first time in forever, isn't it?
It is ages and ages. I am on Creating Craft tomorrow night with Fiona, but I'm zooming in from here. Fiona will be live in the studio. But yeah, other than that, yeah, I'm not back until Monday the 13th.
Well, we'll look forward to when you're back, and I will certainly look forward to coming back in on my 16th to know that you're here. And look at this, come on, how beautiful is that?
Isn't it beautiful? Isn't it beautiful? Little parts here I've gone over, but it doesn't make a difference because in actual fact, you can hardly see it. I can hardly see where we've crossed over because of the colour combination. But then if you bring in a little bit of cardstock, I'm not going to stick this one together because I've got one to the side of me here, but popping that one on and then bringing in the sentiment that you can see there. But you can see how you've got depth, you've got shading, you've got that. It's almost as if it's 3D by going in with two colours. I've done two colours. Ben, you can keep it with the one, keep it with fuchsia, keep it just crushed velvet, but have a little bit of a play. Go in with your spray and sparkle if you want. Go around with your quickie glue pen and then add glitters or your gilding waxes or your gilding flakes, all these sorts of things that you can start to do when it comes to these.
And Corbitel says, if you use pigment ink, could you then heat emboss?
Yes, pigment is the best one to do heat embossing.
Oh, here we go. He's off. He's on a bit of improv here. What's going on?
However,
yes,
you can still heat emboss with water reactive.
Oh, I remember you've said this before.
So if I go in with clear embossing powder,
right,
and then what happens is water reactive, it stays open for longer, so it stays wet for longer.
Yeah.
Which means your embossing powders will stick to it. So I will, and you know, I've got all the pigment ink pads. So if I'm doing any embossing, I will use my pigment ones. But if you don't, maybe you've only got water reactive, you can at the moment invest in pigment. Don't worry about it. You can still use your water reactive. Best result is pigment, but water reactive, you're going to be able to use your embossing powders. So let's just untangle my cable and then let's go in, heat this up, get this to temperature, and then we can melt our embossing powder. And then this is showing you now another way, spur of the moment way.
So you've got quite, like you say, you've got quite a lot of time, because it seems to me like it was ages ago since you finished up using the ink on the stencil to you then applying the embossing powder.
Yeah, you've got quite a open time with these ones, yeah. But then by simply going over, you can see it actually on your screen already melting. That was clear embossing powder.
That's brilliant, Craig.
But yeah, you can go straight over the top. So although the best ink for the job is the pigment, it is one of those that we've got quick dry, we've got water reactive. If you can't invest in pigment at the moment, then you can do heat embossing with the water reactive.
Pardon me.
Oh, did you think I caught my finger there?
Hey? No, nothing. I've just flicked on my iPad just to look at some of the other comments coming through. and the volume was on.
All right. I thought because my hand was there and I moved it quickly, I thought you thought I burnt it or something.
Oh, no.
So there we go. If I move that, and then I go from up above. There we go. Look at that shine.
Brilliant.
So if I go, oh, look at that.
Awesome.
Love it.
Awesome.
Look at that. So we've got that shine when it comes to your embossing powders with your water reactive.
Plenty of appreciation for that. Mandy just saying, great to know about that with the inks, Craig. Thank you. Also, Cheryl K just saying, please can you give us a reminder on Facebook about your creating craft shows? I'm sure that he will. And so many lovely comments. I've tried watching other craft shows, says Karen, but they don't even begin to compare to CTV. We could gladly tell Sarah how much we love these shows, and you should absolutely do that. Claire saying, I've had such a horrible day and a horrible few weeks. Well, we're sorry to hear that, Claire. But you say, Crafters TV is always such a distraction for a few hours. You've achieved something that I didn't think possible today. You made me laugh with your comedy and singing double act, so thank you both so, so much. P.S., says Claire, I've hovered over the buy button for the advent calendar for far too long, but I've just decided I was worth treating myself. Yes, Claire, well done to you, and absolutely you deserve to treat yourself, and absolutely you will be delighted with that, and it will certainly put a smile on your face as much as you are hopefully smiling after today's shenanigans. This is a great, great set, isn't it? For £20, less than £20 or $25, I think this is a brilliant investment. And as you've seen with Craig, so super versatile, such an easy craft to get into as well, and as we've discussed, so many different mediums that you can use with your stencils too, whether it be with the bells are ringing, whether it be with those holly sprigs, whether it be with the perfect poinsettias. And as we've just seen, you know, you don't have to use the full stencil every time. You can use the different backgrounds with the different foreground stencils. You can mix and match these up. You don't have to have, you know, your poinsettias, as you've just seen there, in the colours that you would normally associate them with. You can go to town with these. You can improv. You can do whatever you like with them. That is the whole point. Have fun. But I just think as a, you know, a little, if you've got die sets for Christmas, if you've got stamp sets for Christmas, I think this Christmas stencil set will really set things off for you as well, and it's great for quick makes as well. Stenciling super quick, but super effective as well. Double points on that, £19.17 or $25.44 if you're platinum, and as we said, double points on those as well. Right, the advent calendar is absolutely flying. I never thought I would be saying at 8:30, so an hour and a half officially into the launch of the Advent calendar, that we would now be just shy of 50% of the stock gone. Can you believe that? I mean, I can, because it's amazing, but when I know how much stock we've had of this, the fact that half of it has gone almost tells you that hundreds upon hundreds upon hundreds of you have been buying this, have been multi-ordering this for friends and family, for loved ones. It's a brilliant must-have. It's the hottest ticket in town, as I said today. Probably the buy of the day, well, definitely the buy of the day, probably the buy of the week, certainly one of the best buys of this event. It's a half-price deal on launch day, the world launch of your Advent calendar. 24 doors, don't forget. You've got a door for every day of Advent. You've got dies in there. You've got stencils, maybe embossing folders, maybe stamps, maybe other bits and pieces too, but whichever way you look at it, that is the must-have item of the day. Get it whilst it's still here, and heed Craig's advice. He is going to do those videos and Facebook Lives for you in December, so you can open up the doors together, and then you can get some little crafty ideas with them, but don't wait until November, whatever you do, because chances are this is not going to be here, let alone in October. Get it now. And then if you need to give it to someone to stash away until December so you're not tempted to open it, then do that. But do not miss out. There's so many of you with stuff in your carts and baskets right now, so we're going to take a quick break. If that's in it, get it checked out right away, and we will come back for the final half an hour of what has been an explosive launch party. We'll be back in just a moment.
Welcome to Club Inspire, the crafters companion community where you can feed your crafty obsession. Join our fantastic loyalty club today and receive 20% of your first order. We'll also give you 250 points to help get you started. Other benefits of joining Club Inspire include exclusive special offers and discounts for Club Inspire members only, exclusive sneak peek previews of brand new product launches, and of course the Club Inspire community group on Facebook, where you can access exclusive content such as downloads, offers and inspiration, and of course you can chat and share your makes with other members. You'll receive 1 point for every pound, dollar or euro you spend, and the more points you receive, the more benefits you'll unlock. So what are you waiting for? Sign up, join the club and start rewarding yourself today.
We've had to make some changes to our shipping charges and we want to keep you informed. With continued pressure on domestic shipments around mainland US, we've had to temporarily increase the cost of our regular 6 to 10 working day standard shipping service from $9.99 to $12.95 and our free shipping threshold from $100 to $125. We also have some really great news to tell you. We've introduced a brand new shipping service called Express Delivery. This is a fully tracked door-to-door service which takes 3 to 7 working days and costs $19.95. This option means you'll get your crafty goodies in your hands sooner, meaning less waiting and more crafting. We're also upgrading delivery services for our Gold and Platinum Club Inspire members who will now receive priority delivery on all of their orders. And if that wasn't enough, we've upgraded these orders to our new Express 3 to 7 day service. Your patience and understanding throughout this very busy time has been amazing. So we'd just like to say a huge thank you and we look forward to chatting to you again very soon. What a busy show. This has been a brilliant launch party. We're so glad that you're enjoying it. Just looking at some of the comments coming through. Thank you to our Rachel, social superstar, who's keeping us right today. I mean, there's loads of comments. Goodness knows how she's managing to sift through all of these, but thank you. Well, a couple of quick ones. Latonya just saying on Facebook, are the double points just for today? No, Latonya, the double points we are running right throughout our second anniversary event. So we're celebrating the second anniversary of Crafters TV. Launched last Thursday, so you've got the rest of today, tomorrow and Thursday the 2nd of September to take advantage of double points within Club Inspire. So that's great news. Also, Craig, we've obviously touched on the fact that we've got the brand new Crafters Inspiration Issue 1. So this is dispatching from the 3rd of September. It's kind of like a reset, if you like, of the magazine, so that everybody's in the same place, and it's also new design, loads of new ideas in there as well. But a few people have been asking about digital downloads. One of the favourites of like the old style, is that still applicable with this magazine?
It is, and what we've done is we've gone one step further, so all that sort of stuff you already know and love is there. Not only is the address there for you to follow, but what we've also done is we've included a QR code as well. So if you've got a QR code app, brilliant, that's fine. It's not necessary though. All you do is open up the camera on your phone, hover it over the QR code, it's going to take it. It's going to come up at the top of your phone, something like about the name of the page to direct you to. Do you want to go there? Yes, it's going to take you straight there. Not only has it got downloads, but what we've done as well is I have personally, in our next studio, I filmed, now you're going to laugh because I can't even remember, I filmed 3 step-by-step projects. It might be 4. I can't remember if I've done 3 or 4 with Adam and Erin, but there's definitely 3 projects that I filmed step by step that you can follow along. That is also there. That is by following the address or the QR code. So yes, your downloads are all there, all up to date that you already know and expect when it comes to magazines. But what we've done is we've added a feature where I have filmed 3, maybe 4. But definitely 3.
He's so busy, he can't remember what he's doing from one day to the next.
So that's all there for you.
Excellent stuff. There we go. Yes, brand new, $10.39, and don't forget you get your papers in there. You've also got your freebies. You've got stencils, you've got dies and stamps in there too. It's a wonderful, wonderful magazine, dispatching from the 3rd of December. Get it whilst you can. Right, I just want to also come back to something which we've just seen you are absolutely loving as far as this show is concerned, the tri-blend. All right, so we've got the brand new tri-blend brushes on this show, and this is the extended collection. And I think it's worth revisiting this because a few of you have been sort of saying, well, hang on a minute, I've already got the original tri-blend brushes. Does that mean I need to get these? Or a few of you have been going, well, hang on a minute, I haven't got the original tri-blend brushes. Does that mean I can't get these? How does it all work? Basically, this is extending your original collection, and Craig will go through a demo in just a few moments, which I think explains it really, really beautifully. But if you have got the original collection, you absolutely need to get this because it extends that collection. However, if you haven't got the original collection, it doesn't stop you getting this collection to get you started with your blending, with your tri-blend brushes. $79.99 or just under $120, that's your platinum price and double points. Of course, that will give you your notebook, because if you're spending over £50 or $50, you get that free notebook. But let's just chat about this, Craig. So if you've already got the collection, you can buy this, the original collection. If you haven't, you can also buy this.
Absolutely, yes. You know, and apologies, just to pretty much go over what Ben's just said a moment ago. If you get this collection, you can use it as a standalone. Get colour in, you can get the blend in, you can get the shade in. You don't have to have the original ones. The original ones is where you can do the blend and the shading that you already know and love, but then you can then incorporate this set, and this one is where the extender comes in. So what I'm going to do is, this is our bright pink blend. This is from the original set. So the original brush marker set, bright pink blend. So we will be able to see it's BP1, it's BP4, and it's BP7. So although it's 1, 4, and 7, you've still got your light, your medium, and your dark. So you can do that blending in. So that's great. What I've got here is the bright pink blend from our extender, so our brand new collection. This one is BP2, BP5, and BP6. So therefore, we've got light, medium, and dark. So you can use that on its own. Absolutely fine. But the extender comes in. So this one here is from the original set. So this is BP1. Then if we go in to, sorry, this is the original set, this is the extender set. So this is BP1, but then you can go BP2 and BP4. What you then got is your 2 pens, but you've got your 3 blend shade, but much more of a lighter range than going the full hog to the darker range. If you want the 3-tone blend, but you want them to be really quite deep, then what you can do is you can use BP5, BP6, and then BP7. That is still technically giving you the light, the medium, and the dark, but on a deeper scale. If you want to go for that in the middle, then you could do BP1, you could do BP5, and then come to BP7. So I don't want to overcomplicate it, but yes, use them as standalone. But what you can then do is, if you still want the 3-tone blend, you can then use them together. This one here does the extender, so you've got BP1, 2, and 4. That's giving you the 3-tone blend, but it's giving it to you on the lighter scale. So great together, great separate, or combined as well. It's just giving you all these different opportunities. So it's basically going 2 pens with 6 colours, but the amount of shade it ranges, it just opens up so many of them.
Yeah, absolutely right. And if you weren't watching earlier on, you can re-watch his show. Craig did a great demo earlier on, just showing you how using the 1 pen from the original collection, you get 1 blend, but then he was interspersing colours from 1 pen with one of the original pens to get a completely different blend. But you still had the 3-colour blend, but there was a slightly darker 3-colour blend and a slightly lighter 3-colour blend. So it's really, really clever. And thus going back to, if you've already got the original collection, this is going to extend that. However, if you haven't, you can still get this collection and then maybe come back and get the previous collection at another time. It swings and roundabouts, really. Have you got another demo to show us on this very quickly?
I could do a very quick one. What I'll do is, in the demo we done earlier on, I showed you what it looked like if you just used the jade green with the new extender. So done the light, the medium, the dark from the 1 pen. What we'll do is, you can go back and watch that after, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the extender and also the original, still with the bright pink. So let's use the original. So let's use BP1. Forgive me, this is the only stamped image I've brought with me to do these demonstrations, but we're going to do it again. So we're going to go BP1 from our original set. So we're going to lay down that light tone. So I'm going to go in and then I'm going to get that light tone blend out. I'm going about 2/3 of the way. So what I can then do is I can then jump to the next shade, which is BP2, and this one is on our new extender pen, so to speak. And then what we can do in a moment is go back now into BP4, which is the darker one. So we're using BP1, BP2, and BP4. So I've put down BP1. Let's jump to BP4, which is going to be my darkest. I'm going to lay that colour down. So I'm going to lay that darkest tone down. Then what I can do is I can come back to the extender. I'm going to go into BP2, which technically is the mid-tone. And then what I can do is blend that out. That's going to evaporate as time goes on. And then what I can do is let's go back to the original bright pink blend. And I'm going back to BP1 again. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to blend all of that out. That will then give us that really nice seamless blend. And although it's a light tone, what we've got is we've got a 3-tone blend. Look at that already. We've got a 3-tone blend, but that is only using the lighter end of the pen.
Got ya.
You can go for another 3-tone blend by going to the darker side of the pens, or you can go within the middle. So this is where it extends you from 3 to then 6 in 2 pens alone.
Yeah.
Just love it. Absolutely love it.
And Julie just saying, I so appreciate Craig's patience with answering all of our questions, but that's what we're here for, to get those questions answered. There's a few questions now coming in about the pen. So, let's get these answers. So Katie says, are the tri-blends water-based or alcohol inks?
So they're alcohol.
Yep. Would these, says Sarah, work for the stencils instead of the ink pads?
No, not when it's alcohol-based. No, you could do it with anything water-based, but alcohol-based, I personally wouldn't, no.
Kerry Papano says, if you buy both sets of tri-blends of brushes, you'll have a total of 144 colours. So will you have a complete set that matches the full-length marker? There's 216 there, isn't there, in the full lengths, including...
The original illustrators.
The classics and the illustrators, yeah.
The classic and the illustrators.
Yeah.
So 24 in a set. 24 pens, times that by 3 shades.
72.
72.
Yeah.
And then if you include the original ones...
It's 144.
144.
Yeah.
So that would make out pretty much the full original scope of colours. Am I thinking correctly?
Confuzzled. Rachel says 216 in the classics and illustrators, including the blender.
Right, okay, so so we're still going to be... a
few light.
Quite a few light, yeah. Yep.
Wow, there's so many colours, isn't there?
I know. Think of it though as the original, the full set, the individual ones. That is if you really are either a professional colourist or that's what you're aiming for. You want every single one. That's going to be good for you. These ones here are maybe if you're learning, you're practicing, you're maybe getting really good at it, but you don't want an overly full space of pens. You want them nicely compact, 3 shades, 1 pen. Then this is where your tri-blend range are going to come into play.
And one final question from Carol, who says, are the brush tip tri-blends the same colours as the original tri-blend nub tips? Nub tips? So I've never heard them call that before. So the tri-blend brush colours are the same as the original tri-blends, aren't they?
Yes, they are. Yeah.
I like that. I've never heard him describe that before, but I like that. Nub tips. Okay, let's. I haven't got the giggles. Let's move on now. $63.99 or $95.96 for that collection. Now, Charlotte's quick on the draw tonight, isn't she? Craig is going to quickly show you a preview of something which is coming up on the 6th of September, launch day, a collection which I think you are going to absolutely love. If you love your autumnal colours, you will definitely want to get your hands on this brand new Nature's Garden Autumn Blessings collection. Wait till you see the colour palette Craig is about to show you on this preview. It is stunning, Craig, isn't it?
I don't want to rush my holiday over with, but I cannot wait to get back and get my hands on this collection here. Look at the colour tones. Look at the patterns. Look at the images.
Yes.
The layout. The designs.
Oh.
Look at that.
Whoa!
That says 12 by 12 home decor frame all over it. Do you know what it also says? Fussy cutting for me.
Oh, I knew you were going to say that.
The other one, I had a flick through earlier, that one there. I so want to fussy cut that one. So that's something I could be doing when I come back. So let's turn back that way. So you have got your natural colour palette. You've got your gorgeous yellows. But then what you've got is your oranges. But then you've got your greens that run all the way through. Not overly powering, but not too pastel either. So whether you, certainly for you guys stateside, that just go all out when it comes to the fall season, we are catching up a bit here.
Oh yeah.
I know here in the UK we don't really make autumn cards to send to people, but let me tell you, seeing this collection here, I can honestly say family, friends that have got birthdays around the autumn, fall season, I would be more than willing to make birthday cards when it comes to this collection here. That is the 12 by 12 paper pad. This is your cardstock. This is a combination of pearl card, texture card, it's sheer elegance all the way through with that colour palette. 250 GSM, it's your luxury mix. But that's not all. As well as the 12 by 12, you are getting the 6 by 6, exactly the same, it's just been shrunk down. So you can then, of course, maybe make your smaller ones if you want. I mean, look at that. I just love it. Lots of tartan throughout this collection as well. But then what we've got is your stamp and dies. So you're thinking of, yes, the autumn and the fall, but your farmer's market, you know, when it's crisp day, you know, when the leaves are all golden and they're on the floor, and the crunch when they walk.
Oh, I love that. Autumn's my favourite time. I love it.
Love it. Lots of autumn seasonal sentiments.
Harvest festivals.
Yes, exactly. But then you've got your layerable stamps to be creating your trees. Now this one, of course, it's been done on the image on the front with the fall autumn colours, but you can then change them. That could be summertime with your summer colours, or springtime. Then we are going into the pumpkins. Now this is why I think this is going to fly out. Yes, in the US, but here in the UK, we are shouting for pumpkins and autumn theme, stamp and dies. It's not something that any craft company does a lot, so I know you guys are going to be loving this one. But then the leaf stencil that we've got. Let me show you this 3D embossing folder. Now, it won't do any justice until I hold still, and hopefully we'll be able to get a better look of it as Charlotte comes in. We've got the depth of all depth when it comes to this one here.
Here we go.
Autumn Blessed. This has easily got to be 3, 4, maybe actually 5 layers of that 3D embossing within this one. All under the name and the umbrella of Nature Garden. Of course, us at Crafter's Companion. 2D embossing folder, but what it does, it now allows you to then pop your stamped sentiment in, but then you've got stamped sentiments. So you're thinking of your thanks. Great, you guys, Thanksgiving as well. Here in the UK, if we want to then celebrate it along with you, we've got that one here as well. This is all available to the UK as well as stateside. You've got your tree trunks as well. It die cuts, but it gives you the, it's not veins within the core of the tree trunks, is it?
It's like the bark.
Is it the bark? Yeah.
Yeah.
The rings within the bark.
Oh, the rings within the bark, yeah.
You've got them. You've got these skeleton leaves here as well. Your toadstools that you've got here, your mushrooms, and then last but not least, you've got your layering dies of your leaf. So you have then got the veins of the leaf in one die, and then you've got the outline die to die cut out. It is absolutely, it's because I've never seen a full collection with us, with anyone else with that colour palette. I cannot wait till I get my hands on that when I come back.
I tell you what, Craig, if the reactions of that collection is anything to go by, this is going to fly out on Monday when it launches. On launch day, 6th of September. Oh, look at the papers, says Joe. That says scrapbook pages as well, says Aisha. Tony says, I am drooling now. Lakieta says, oh, I love it. I think that the Autumn Blessings was made for me. I love those colours. Sarah's Creations on YouTube says, oh, geez, Louise, stop already. I'm hooked. Medley Costello says, I've got to have this Autumn Blessing set. Beautiful. Fall is my favourite. What a beautiful collection. It is coming your way next Monday, 6th of September on launch day. Be quick to snap it up because we have a feeling that that is going to be super duper popular. Now, with 10 minutes to go, we've still got to find out what is the demo of the show, what is the demo of the day, and also find out who has won our prize bundle in this show. Craig, are we right in saying that you've only done one full card in the show?
Pretty much.
Oh.
And, you know, I'm going to say, of the show, it's my favourite one. It's with the foil press.
So that was the demo of the show.
Hey!
Should we do the vote for the demo of the day then? May as well get it in. So demo of the day. Craig will win today. You can go for the Christmas Laird stamp card, which you did on Wake Up Call a little bit earlier on. That is numero uno. Wait, Dad, I don't need that one yet.
Sorry.
That's number one. Number two is the Craft Along Sleeps Countdown, which is just absolutely phenomenal, but don't let me influence you at all. And then number three, thank you, Craig, is the card which Craig made a little bit earlier on during this show. So 3, 2, well done, 1.
Thunderbirds are go!
Vote now. You've got about 5 minutes to get your vote in on that vote. Right, to finish off, let us talk about the Advent calendar. We'll get Craig to unbox his again over the other side of the studio. This is a world launch. We give it a little sneaky peek on Wake Up Call earlier on. We then featured it briefly on Craft Along just after 3 o'clock. We are now at the position where's the stock on this, Johnny? We are now over half the stock gone on the Christmas Advent calendar for 2021. Biggest one we've done. I think it's the best one we've done. 24 doors, of course, and behind it, well, you're going to get a whole plethora of crafty items. You're getting at half the price it should be on the launch day. I know, I don't get it either. You're getting 20% extra off if you're platinum, so you're picking it up at this price here, and you're getting double points too. Craig, for anyone who has missed this, I don't think there's anybody still on the fence with this. I think if you've wanted it, you've bought this already, but if you have just joined us, talk us around this. I know you don't know exact specifics, but you have a bit more of an idea as to what we're going to be getting this year, don't you?
I do, yes, simply because the team had come to me even before you did at home and just says, we're just wondering, Craig, you know, is it something you're going to do like you've done the last few years, and that is do the live/videos. So I was like, yeah, so this is. What I can say is, well, first of all, I don't know exactly what's behind the door, as Ben says, and I don't know what is behind which door. But when it comes to these ones, these are the countdown to Christmas. Odd item is going to be Christmas themed, but it's going to work for all throughout the year. What you've got within this full set as well, by the time that you had open door 1 to 24, you're going to have what will be a nice little compact little craft kit. It's all going to work together. It's going to work for the winter, the spring, the summer, the autumn time. You're going to be able to mix and match whether you're going to want to use bits for birthdays, anniversaries, weddings. It's just a nice old rounded selection when it comes to the Advent calendar. We've listened to what you said after last year and even the year before. Size-wise, we've gone bigger, and that is to then make up for the size of what you're going to be getting. Dies are bigger, the stamps are bigger. Not only is that, what you're getting is you're going to get some stencils, and you're also going to get embossing folders. And what you're going to find as well is, and for those that have joined in throughout the day, apologies for saying this again, but every single item within this Advent calendar, bar one, is going to be able to last you a lifetime, as long as you look after it. There's only one potential consumable item. The rest, you look after it, you're going to be able to use it year and year and year after year. So you don't need to worry about coming to door number 24, opening it, it's all Christmas and going, can't use it next year, can I? You don't have that worry. You can literally get crafting. As we open door number 1, whatever's behind that one, you can start crafting.
It is the buy of the day. It is the hottest ticket in town, and literally I think everybody who's watched the shows today has bought it. If you haven't yet bought it, please, please, please make sure you do grab it, because you are just going to be uber delighted. And if you're shopping for somebody today who's into their craft, you will not go wrong with that. Guaranteed it will be a crowd pleaser. Now, let's have a quick look and see who is our winner as far as our prize is concerned. As you'll know, well, you may not know, our Crafters TV anniversary, second anniversary, we are giving away goodies when you shop with us. We are also giving away over £250,000 worth of free product within the bundles. And we are also in the shows giving away bundles to you just for commenting on the show. This is the prize bundle from this show. If you've enjoyed the foil press bits and pieces that Craig showed you earlier on, you will love this bundle worth almost £150. Worth almost $186. We have a winner, and the winner of this bundle is on YouTube, Katie Lambert. Whoop, 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 whoop. Katie, congratulations. That bundle is yours. You need to email us prizes@crafterscompanion.com, and that is coming over to you. Right. Very, very close on the vote. And Rachel has been totting up, and she said it's very, very close indeed. But we do have a result. We've had
Please be me.
We've had a student inquiry. Yeah, the winner is Debbie Robinson. No, the winner is, I will tell you, not in contention. Number one. Number one is not in contention. Which means the winner is number 2 or number 3. It was a close run thing, and winning it by a nose. What do you think, Craig? 2 or 3?
It's got to be 2.
I will tell you. 3 is the winner.
Really?
3 is the winner. Apparently just.
Wow.
So there you go. Well done to you. Congratulations. That is another card going up onto the Crafty Walk of Fame. Craig so far won yesterday. I mean, it was just Craig again on his own, you say. And he's won again today. So well done. 2 fabulous makes. And I tell you what, those also very, very worthy of winning. But yeah, well done. And thank you for all of those votes. That's just about it from me. Craig is back in tomorrow. Tell me you're not working the whole day tomorrow.
I am.
The whole day?
I'm not in Creative Cravens.
Oh.
You're going to have me with Wake Up Call. Then you're going to have me in the Craft Along. And then here in the UK, you're going to have me and Fiona on Create and Craft for, well, about three hours. I know you guys stateside, there's ways that you can watch on Apple TV and the website, etc., etc. So technically I am in all day. But that is going to be, of course, Wake Up Call. It's going to be myself and George for the next couple of days. And we have got, well, do you know what? You don't know the products that you're going to be seeing tomorrow, but you know, as always, we're going to have a nice selection of products coming up from what is going to be the Craft Along. It is the Advanced Twist and Pop, because we showed you a tease yesterday, and then we're going to be pinpointing some items coming up within Creative Cravens, which Debbie Robinson, she's going to be in with George to do Creative Cravens. So I'm in with the 2 shows, and then Create and Craft here in the UK.
Well, that is brilliant. Certainly lots to look forward to. I am now off. I'm popping back in, but you won't see me on screen officially until, as I say, 2 weeks on Friday. Back up to the house to get all sorted. I will, though, in the meantime, still be doing my little weekly wrap-up. If you enjoyed the shenanigans that we've got on tonight, they will be featuring. And also some behind-the-scenes footage that you definitely won't have seen, which I will be carefully editing to bring to you in a little wrap up at some point on my Facebook page over the course of this week. So do make sure that you drop by. What I will say to you though is make sure you take advantage of all of these deals. The Crafters TV anniversary continues until the 2nd of September, so get those free deals. Make sure you comment on all the shows tomorrow with George and Craig as well, because there's still those bundles to be won. But what a great day. A massive thank you to everyone who's been involved today. Thank you to Rachel for keeping us right on the socials. Thank you to Jake. Thank you to John. Thank you to the top team in the gallery, Charlotte and Johnny. And thanks to my main partner in crime. It is always fun when this guy's in town. Craig, thank you so much for a great day.
See you in about 2 weeks' time?
yeah, it will be about 2 weeks' time. Unbelievable. Thank you to you guys for watching as well. It is always a pleasure, and so glad that you've enjoyed everything we've had to offer over these last couple of days. I'll see you in a few weeks. He'll see you tomorrow. Enjoy the rest of your day, and we'll see you very soon here on Crafters TV.
Shake, Sonora, shake it all the time.
Shake.